Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloodborne. In the previous episode, we defeated the One Reborn, and it was really gross. But now that we've defeated that enemy, what do you say we go to an optional area? In the Forbidden Woods, you may recognize this second spring trap sort of thing in the woods. Now, if you come to the left of that, where we got the tonsil stone, yet again, not specifically that's where you get the tonsil stone, you can get it really anywhere, you're going to see a bunch of dog cages, and then a path that kind of diverges over here into this cave. This is going to take us to a very special area that we've been to before, but we've never really seen past it. Now, this is 100% optional, but I do recommend you come here if you want to see the true ending to this game. And there's a bunch of enemies I really would rather not deal with here. So yeah, I'm probably gonna just grab this and get out. It's probably a good idea if you do the same, and you should probably get rid of this slow poison. Might also be a good idea. Alright. Make your way over to this ladder, and then just start climbing. Because that's usually what you do with a ladder. You climb it, silly Willy. It kind of reminds me of Snake Eater in a way. It's just like just climbing, and then you look down and you're like, oh, I climbed that much. Well, how about that? Brief intermission, and guess what? More goddamn climbing. Yep. Gonna do a lot of climbing in this game, I do reckon. Not that that's a bad thing. Some people like climbing. Personally, I like to climb ropes, but ladders are good too. Yeah, say hello to the beginning of the game. We got a Cold Blood Do 1. It's kind of odd. Why is that? Well, hard to say, but yes, this is the courtyard we began our adventure with. It's kind of odd. Why would that area sort of in the middle part of the game take us to a starting area? You'll find out soon enough. But yes, let's scurry on over here, and oh boy, one of my favorite enemies. That's actually a lie. I hate these things with a passion. So don't mind me if I just kind of whack him a little bit. Yeah, take away his shaman bone blade. Cool. An item that sounds a lot cooler than it actually is, but hey, really, who am I to judge, honestly? Anyways, let's climb up this ladder. No, there's more crows. Yeah, this area is pretty much, in my opinion, supposed to be taken on at this point in the game. It's not like we're gonna do any fighting necessarily, other than these weird alien things here in Yaska's clinic. Yeah, but you actually want to kill these guys because they will drop a couple of Carl runes that, well, I recommend you pick up, honestly. He didn't even see it coming. I cut his head off straight like that. No, we got a beast one. That's pretty nice. So now we're starting to see some runes are more brighter than others. Basically, okay, I don't know why they're on the operating tables. That's a tiny bit odd. I'll knock them out regardless. And we got a sedative. A sedative is a very handy item. Kind of hard to obtain, so I'm glad I got one there. And communion, huh? Interesting. That is actually a rune I want to equip later on. It seems to be a better version of the one we had. A secret symbol left by Carl, runesmith of Bergenworth. Several runes relate to blood, including communion, which raises the maximum number of blood vials one may carry. This rune represents the healing church. That's interesting. What is it doing all the way here? This isn't even close to the healing church. I mean, maybe it has some correlation, the clinic that is, to blood healing, but it's hard to say. And where is Yaska at? It's kind of odd. Isn't this her clinic? You'd think she'd say something. Come to think of it, why is it overrun by alien things? Is that Yaska? Feeling okay?
God, I'm nauseous. Have you felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. God, it feels awful. But it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous.
So, Iaska has undergone some horrible procedure, and well, the only humane thing to do is to put her out of her misery. That's right. All the people we've been healing were those aliens that we sent. Once you kind of see that for the first time, it's kind of odd, and for defeating Iaska, we will obtain 1/3 of an umbilical cord, a great relic known as the Cord of the Eye. Every infant Great One has this precursor to the umbilical cord. Provost William sought the cord in order to elevate his being and thoughts to those of a Great One by lining his brain with eyes, the only choice he knew if man were to ever match their greatness. So, insight is literally sight inside of our head. That is what Iaska was experiencing. She tried to use the umbilical cord to elevate her being, and it didn't really look like she was doing so well. So, yeah, that's kind of like the dark joke of Bloodborne, is that literally insight means seeing inside of ourselves. And yeah, it's not really confirmed if Iaska, or if that was even her, was experimenting on the people, just killing them, but one thing's pretty safe to assume: she was definitely not healing them. And I guess it's best if we just put them out of our misery, if that even is them. And the Canehurst summons, that'll be a key item that we'll get into later. I don't really know how to commentate this part, it's just kind of gross. And seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Okay, and oh, another blood vial. So it's not really for sure what was going on in this clinic. All we know is that it had to do with that umbilical cord item that we got, which is really, really gross. But now that's been taken care of, let's go to an optional area. We are going to go to the cathedral ward, and, are you feeling okay here, Ariana? You don't look so good. Oh, sorry to hear that. It seems since we've fought the one reborn, she's kind of been feeling kind of odd. Actually, technically, once you defeat Rom is when she'll kind of have some pains of sorts. Do you want my sedative? Actually, I'd like to give her my sedative, but we kind of need it for something later. Recommend you get that sedative. And you think I forgot about you, Gatling gun guy. Let's change the thought. I don't know, for whatever reason, guys, the first time I kind of defeated Iaska, it's kind of gross for me. I didn't actually think one hit would kill her necessarily, and it kind of creeped me out a bit. That's why it might sound kind of odd, because it's just such a weird thing to talk about in a game. It's just, I don't know, just kind of sitting there. Anyways, tangent. Let's actually go to sort of a hidden area in this game. In the previous episode, before we fought the one reborn, in the hidden village, we found a key to the upper cathedral ward. The choir region, as it's known as. Wow, you can't one-shot that guy? Come on. I guess he is a little tankier than these guys and their beak masks. But now that we have that key, we can actually go to a secret area. There's nothing really too great about this area other than the fact it has a hidden boss. And yes, we will go to the upper cathedral. Now, I do not recommend you come to this area unless you're just absolutely extremely curious or you're looking to farm bloodstone chunks, which we haven't really gotten into, but we'll fall. Ugh, it just squirms around. I really don't like those enemies, but they're gross, so we must defeat them. And yeah, just making sure I didn't miss any items. But yeah, this place can either be incredibly easy for you or incredibly difficult, depending on how you tackle it. And man, those trees look very freaky, and alright, I do not like these guys. I'm actually going to use some bone marrow ash and hopefully blast them. Ooh, that did not do too much damage. The issue is, they're not the easiest guys to take down because they have a lot more health compared to the other ones in the cathedral ward. And, okay, luckily I took down the lamp one. That's usually the guy that gives me the most trouble. Now, I do not want to get hit by that guy's cane. But luckily, they still are as easy as ever to parry. I'm not sure why that is necessarily. I guess it's just their attacks are very telegraphed. And can you weird baby things get away from me? That'd be fantastic. And yes, so this is kind of a weird part of the game. I feel like this was an area that was supposed to be fleshed out a tiny bit more, but they didn't really have time. But it still does make a pretty fun bonus level. There are a couple items to pick up here, notably one that I kind of want, which we will get into in due time. And God, these birds are tanky. Tanky crows. Stop it! God, what, do you think they're chasing me? What'd I do to you? You didn't even see me kill you. Oh, maybe they have like telepathy and... Yeah, I really don't like the background music here. It's just so eerie. It's very just odd. It's like a sort of a chime thing going on. I always compare this game to like an RPG version of Silent Hill. It's not really horror-based. I guess Silent Hill is pretty horror-based, but it's not really horror-based. It's just the things in there are a bit creepy. Let's actually heal ourselves back up to full. So we get our bonus attack increase and parry this scythe guy. I'm very happy that I did do that. Because he is kind of rough. And I like this blood gem, honestly. Like, staying at full HP is definitely a great thing. Now let's get the visceral attack on this brain sucker. I actually found out that's their name. Very, very obnoxious enemy in here. And we got also the choir set. First time playing this game was like the chore set, really? And you just barely make it out up there. There's some beasts. Oh god, I don't know if you can hear the music or not, but it has a very horror soundtrack going on here. Oh god, I don't like that. And yeah, one of the beasts is going to jump onto the chandelier and fall down and hurt his little head. And here are blue-eyed beasts, which do have a chance to drop bloodstone chunks, but they're also the strongest beasts in the game. And also there's this guy, which drops chunks as well, which is, well... Okay, he's not chasing me good. It's a way better... Are you kidding? Okay, I thought he grabbed onto me. That would have been bullcrap. I hate these enemies! I don't even know if hitting the buttons actually does anything, but these guys take your insight, and that is really, really annoying. They also have a ton of HP. I recommend one-handing your weapon, because usually you can just stun lock them, but yeah, I don't like these guys. I don't like them a lot, because that stupid attack always seems to hone in on me. Losing precious insight. I want a PvP tonight, and you're kind of ruining that for me, brain sucker. Even though you're probably getting a ton of Madmen's knowledge in this area too. But yeah, don't like those guys. They're probably going to use a lot of blood vials. And I really hope I have Molotov cocktails. That'd actually be a really easy way to knocking them out. Yeah, pretty much one-hand sword, dodge the magic attack, and that's pretty much all the advice I got for you. There's another one down here, which should aggro onto me automatically. Could maybe use a blue elixir, which we literally just picked up. I completely forgot that was an item there. Get away from me, please. Oh god, I wish he was just a little bit closer. Oh my god, 2 whiffs in a row. No! Come on! I do not, I seriously, yet again, I do not know if pressing L2 or R2 really changes this at all, but it feels like it does to me. And that's all that matters. Okay. Let's knock this jerk out. I haven't seen him go for that attack in a while. That's interesting. I don't even know if you can parry the spell like as they're channeling it. That'd be nice. But yeah, these guys are just disturbing, gross, and I hate them. But once you beat them, we'll actually get some pretty cool items like the blindfold cap, and a couple Madmen's knowledge in case you lost too many to that guy. Oh, a pearl slug. I believe that is a reagent for the chalice dungeons. And oh god, I just really don't like this place, guys. I don't know if you know anything about me or not, but me and horror games do not mix. I cannot even play the least non-scary horror game. So this area kind of freaks me out a little bit, but we'll be okay. Now, here's the issue. there are 2 brain suckers in this room. One which they want you to use a visceral attack on, right over there, but if we do that, the other one is going to aggro. So let's see if I have some pebbles or... there we go. Sweet. Could probably use a poison knife, and also I'm going to put on Molotovs. I could use my 1 oiler that I've had for almost the whole game, but it doesn't honestly matter. So I'm going to throw a pebble at this guy. He should aggro, and the other one should not. And I can use this line of sight to kind of stop his binding spells. Okay, luckily that did not grab onto me. Come on. Come on. Die. Die, 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 die. Okay, we need to run out. Okay, good. So far, so good. Nice, nice. Okay, thank God. That is definitely probably, most likely, the thing that's going to give people the most trouble in this area. Now what we gotta do is take care of the other one. He'll kind of get caught in throwing spells onto the stairs. It doesn't necessarily really reach. So just throw Molotovs from a safe distance and you should be fine. And after defeating that one, we'll get the orphanage key, which will pretty much let us continue out with the rest of this area. But before we go, there's a gesture that pretty much everyone needs to get for something a little bit towards the end of the game. We're gonna see this one dead guy, and we'll get the make contact gesture, and I'm gonna actually bind that. Nope, that was the wrong gesture. I'm not trying to point forward, I'm trying to make contact, and yeah, kind of a weird thing. One of the rumors going on when this game first came out, so if you stare at the moon long enough, you'll get a insight, but as far as I can tell, it's not really true. There's not too much else up here, but you definitely do want to get that gesture. It's not too great, but it will lead to a pretty nice rune that we're going to get later on in the game. God, scary music, stop it! Okay, I'm getting the crap out of here. Wait. There's going to be a blue beast that once we grab... What? Okay, now... Yeah, now he'll jump through. Okay, okay. These blue beasts, I don't even mess with them, dude. They just combo you way too... They gain way too much damage. That's just basically how it is. We're like, okay, we're going to put this really powerful enemy just randomly at this part of the game. But luckily, their weakness still is around. The fact, yeah, they kind of can't go through doors. So charge up some R2s, depending on what weapon you have, and knock them out. They can drop... Oh my god. They can drop chunks. I've seen one. I don't know if I was just crazy or just flat out wrong, but I've seen it before. And okay, I'm going to run past all you guys. Sorry if there's like an ultima weapon or something in here, but I'm not going to stay around to find it because I'm using my orphanage key. And get the heck out. God, I do not like that place. And so far, we're not doing too horrible. I think I've used 5 blood vials. Not too shabby. And now... Wait. Oh yeah, we have to pull the lever. So never get the difference of that, because, you know, I played Zelda a really long time during my childhood, so I always called them levers, like the Zelda enemies, and I want to use this cold blood, and also all the blood that I got to level up. This next boss coming up isn't too hard, but, you know, I just obviously don't want to waste the blood, or even have the risk of that. So I'm going to return to the Hunter's Dream real fast, and then we'll fight the boss of this area. And alright, I have returned. Did not spend all my blood echoes, mostly because, well, this boss is super easy. I'm currently level 62, and pretty much everything's the same. I just got a tiny bit more health, and what the heck are you guys looking at? Looking up there? Why? Oh, that's just kind of weird. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like this area, and I really don't like all the very alien stuff. It's like this game is like all my fears. College, aliens, and... scary music. God, I don't like it. I guess it's really easy. So far at this point in the game, the Ludwig's Holy Blaze is going to carry me all the way to victory, it seems. So I really shouldn't be all that afraid. And say hello to the next boss, Celestial Emissary. This boss is a joke. Similar to the Witch of Hemwick. It is kind of like a boss based around mobs. Speaking of which, these guys are called the Celestial Mobs, which is kind of funny. Now, there's one of these alien-type dudes that is the actual boss, and that one's him. You're gonna notice that because he doesn't have an HP bar when we lock onto him. That's because his HP bar is that of the Celestial Emissary, and there you go. That is the one we need to hit. Unfortunately, there's a lot of these guys, and I probably shouldn't... Oh, that was a really bad throw. I should probably not... that was even a worse throw. I should not be down here. Okay, I made up for the last throw, but yeah, I like to fight this guy kind of near the stairs, because you can kind of line of sight them. Ooh, that was the perfect setup. Oh my gosh, awesome. Okay. If you can take down a lot of them at a time, that's probably for the best. Ooh, 600 damage, not bad. I'm going to use a Beast Blood Pellet. It's kind of a waste, considering how easy this boss... Oh. Oh, okay, I did not think I'd do that much damage. About halfway through, though, the Celestial Emissary will become its true form, which is a giant skeleton, and not really a skeleton, it's kind of an alien fungus thing, and it'll start to channel arcane spells, one of which is a giant explosion, which I think is the attack it's using. Don't get hit by that or it's a one-shot. I mean, depending on your arcane resistance, I guess, is primarily what is dependent on that. Okay, that was not I don't like being here. Okay, we're gonna leave. I'm gonna heal up. Okay. I should not be taking that kind of damage versus this boss, especially. Ooh, wow. Okay, so yeah, use the fire sword and you're good to go. You got communion. The, I guess, fully evolved form of that rune, which will let us hold a lot of blood vials. And yeah, that's pretty much the secret boss. Nothing really much to it. I don't think there's anything too secret over here. But yeah, it's just one of the things, Communion is actually a fantastic rune, so I do recommend anyone playing the game and having problems, definitely come beat up the Celestial Emissary. It's a good idea. And I've shown you where to get the key, so it should be no problem. I wonder what that's for. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Bloodborne. In the next parts, we take on another optional boss. So see you guys then. Bye. I gotta pee.